Now for our turkey tacos or turkey wraps, what I have here, these are low carb, low fat, soft tacos. This isn't usually the brand I normally buy, but it's what I found. 80 calories per tortilla. There's only 2 grams of fat. There's 11 grams of carbs, 6 grams which are dietary fiber, and then there's no sugar, and then there's 5 grams of protein in here. You know, no cholesterol, high sources of fiber, so these aren't too terribly bad if you want to mix things up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 wraps. One, 2. What I'm going to do is spread these out a little bit. I'm going to put just a little bit of cheese in there. This is about a 1/4 cup of cheese for both tacos, just to give it a little bit of something extra. It's not a whole lot. Got some Tabasco sauce here. This is kind of chipotle. Pepper sauce. Give it a couple little hits of that. And you know, you can substitute other things in here. You know, if you don't want to do hot sauce, if you don't want to do crushed red peppers, garlic salt, you know, you can eat it plain. Not a lot of times I do. I just eat it plain. But I wanted to give you guys some variety in case you know, wanted to mix things up and try some different seasonings, some different flavors and stuff like that. And then usually what I do is I'll take my plate, put it on my scale here, let it zero out, and what I'll do is put about 3 to 4 ounces in each shell. So there's 3 on that one. Alright, so that's 6 ounces of turkey with that. So with this wrap, we've got about 80 calories in the tortillas. There's actually about, let me just see here, in 6 ounces of the turkey, there's about 240 calories in that. I'm going to say there's about, I'm just going to say 30 to 40 calories in the cheese. That might even be high, but no calories in the seasonings whatsoever. So right here we've got a meal, 160, and then we got 240. So I mean, that's about 400 calories right there in this one meal. So kind of moderate calories. It's not that. It's actually not really that high calorie wise. Not high in fat, low carb. There's about, I would say, about anywhere from 10 to 15 grams of carbs in this if you neglect the net carbs. So not a lot of carbs at all. But give it a try. Let me know what you think. You know, it's something to change it up. Sweet tea, no calories. You know, this is just something that you can do and not have to, you know, lose your mind over it. So anyway, hope you're enjoying the Unchain'd series. I like the name. I think it's cool. I'm gonna get a new logo made. If any of y'all out there want to do me a sweet Taylor Fitness logo, incorporating a chain, breaking chain, or something like that, I'll if I pick you, I'll send you out a free Taylor Fitness T-shirt. So anyway, guys. Alright guys, so I want to take a second and talk about pre-workout nutrition. Pre, during, and post-workout nutrition is very important to be able to optimize your results in the gym as far as for growth and recovery. Pre-workout nutrition is about performance, and then post is about growth. So what I'm about to explain to you as far as pre-workout nutrition goes is kind of what you should be taking in. As far as me, everybody's different, so everybody's food category is going to be different. My favorite is lean beef with potatoes, rice, or pasta. Sometimes I'll take in chicken, sometimes I'll take in turkey. There's also people out there that take in fish. Fish is good also. And eggs. Eggs is a great pre-workout protein. As far as carbohydrates, my body likes potatoes. They're a fast digesting carb. So, after about 30-45 minutes, it's going to be in me. And I'm going to be, my blood glucose levels are going to increase. And my energy levels are going to increase as well. So, as far as that goes, Potatoes for me are my favorite pre-workout carbohydrate. Sometimes I'll do pasta because it's a little bit slower digesting, so on those longer workouts I'll use pasta. But potatoes is my number one. And as far as lean beef, I like lean beef. It's got a little bit of saturated fat in there, which allows me for a little more energy, and it's a little bit slower digesting, which can have its pros and its cons when it comes to pre-workout. A lot of times if you take in a higher fat food like beef, it can cause all the blood to go to your stomach, increase blood flow in your stomach, which you want the blood flow going to your muscles. So that can be a drawback to the beef, but that's just what I found. This combination here is my favorite. Find what works for you and go with it.